Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this story is wild. This is something that I have not seen ever in my life, and I used to do track and field. I used to do relays and sprints and all of that, and I couldn't believe what I saw. So we have a high school track meet. They're doing a relay, and we see one of the runners appear to hit another runner with the baton. She retreats, takes cover, the young lady who was hit, and she speaks out and says, you know, she's devastated that this has happened. But then the girl who hit her with the baton, or at least appeared to hit her with the baton, is disputing the whole thing, saying that it's camera angles and we got it wrong, apparently. So this was a high school track and field meet in Virginia. It turned violent when one runner physically assaulted her opponent with a baton during a relay race. So Brookfield High School's Kaylin Tucker was the second leg runner for the 4x200 meter relay at the VHSL Class 3 State Indoor Championships at Liberty University on Friday. The junior was attempting to cut into the inside lane during a tight battle for second place as she was rounding turn 4. That's when another runner from IC Newcom High School wound up and smacked Tucker in the back of the head with the baton.
Tonight, a family is looking for an apology after they say their daughter was attacked in the middle of a track meet. Tonight, 10 News reporter Jason Freund spoke with the family about the alleged incident.
When Kaylin Tucker first wanted to start up track, her parents were naturally proud.
She started in 8th grade, but originally she went in 7th grade, and she said it was too much running and she quit. So she ended up going back and doing it again in 8th grade, and she only wanted to do sprints.
Fast forward to her junior year of high school, and she found herself running in the Class 3 state finals for Brookfield High School. But nobody could have seen this coming.
When you get on the other side of the track, you have to cross into lane 1, you have to merge in. And as I was coming up on her, she kind of like made me like get cut off a little bit, so I backed away. And then as we got around the curve, she kept bumping me in my arm. And then finally when we got off the curve, I like slowly started passing her, and then that's when she just hit me with the baton and I fell off the track.
Kaylin ran off the track and her mother ran onto it. Team trainers came to her aid, and the opposing school, IC Newcom, was quickly disqualified. But the damage had already been done.
I could feel like a headache coming up, so I just set out. But I recently went to the doctor and they prescribed me with a concussion and a possible fractured skull.
Now her parents are looking for an apology. They've got one already from the IC Newcom athletic director and the opposing athlete's parents. Now they just want one from the coach and the opposing athlete herself.
I'm going to take the risk and show it to you. This is in the context of sports, so I'm hoping YouTube are okay with this. Although obviously the hitting somebody over the head with the baton is not within the context of sports. So from what I saw there, I didn't see them run into each other and clash. You know, something that can happen in a relay like this. But what I saw was Kaylin pass the girl. She had already passed her, and then I see the baton coming for her head. That's what I saw. And Kaylin says the same thing. This is what she experienced. She said, I was so in disbelief. I didn't even know what happened. So I got hit in the head and I just fell off the track. I mean, the poor girl retreated off the track to get away from this person. You know, she was grabbing her head, falling to the ground in pain. As she pulled away, just to see the strike, the whole section just gasped. Recalls Kaylin's mother, Tamaro. And then, when I just saw her go down, all I could do was just run out of the bleachers. And I just knew I had to get to her. So she rushed to her daughter's side where she was receiving medical aid. And she said that nobody from Newcom High School came to offer any apologies or to show any concern. The coaches or the athlete herself didn't even come over to apologize and to explain themselves. No apologies, no coaches, no athlete, no anything. Even if it was an accident, which I don't believe it was. Nothing, Tamaro said in an interview with a local news station. And it's been more than 24 hours now. So I guess that was the major thing. My child was hurt, but nobody came to check on her. That was absolutely shocking. So Kaylin, bless her, she was treated for concussion and a possible skull fracture. So the Tuckers did reach out to the parents of the runner who hit Kaylin with the baton, and they have since offered apologies, as well as the athletic director at IC Newcom. They apologized on the student's behalf. So hear this. We now have lip readers who have investigated the matter because the person in question who hit Kaylin with the baton is telling a different side entirely, saying that it was an accident.
I'm just a person by myself. Nobody's going to believe me because I can admit from the video it does look purposeful, but I know my intentions and I would never hit somebody on purpose. Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
Okay, so these are my thoughts. She's saying it was an accident. It's the camera angle, and it looks bad, but it's just the way the camera is positioned, and from where we were sitting, from our perspective. And she has every right to offer her explanation, no matter, how you feel about her explanation. She has every right to offer that and to get people to think of, an alternative scenario from what we initially assumed. However, it seems like she's making it about herself rather than Kaylin. She's making it all about herself and how she is suffering when this poor girl, Kaylin, ended up with concussion and suspected skull fracture. When she's in the middle of running, I cannot imagine. I would be so scared. And somebody's hitting me with a baton. She retreated off the track. Some people are even comparing this to Nancy Kerrigan and what happened with the ice skating in the 90s. So we have lip readers weighing in to this debate. The Virginia high school sprinter, accused of smacking her opponent on the back of the head with a baton, shouted at her younger competitor during the alleged attack, according to a report. While the speed at which the girls were running and the distance the camera was away from the track hampered the audio and video quality, one expert believes she figured out what Everett said. Aaliyah Everett is the young lady who's been accused of hitting Kaylin with the baton. So according to the lip reader, Everett said, "Get off," and "Hey, oh," the Portsmouth, Virginia area runner uttered as she struck Tucker. Lip reader founder Nicola Hickling told the Daily Mail. The two runners had been battling for second place when the feud boiled over as they came out of turn 4. Now look, maybe they clashed, maybe they knocked against each other, as Kaylin passed, and that's what triggered everything. Because of course, there's a risk of that happening with a relay of this nature. They basically all get in the first lane and you're battling for room as well as placing. So that could very well be what happened. It looked like she lashed out in anger. Based on what I saw in the video, the camera angle or whatever, it looked like she lashed out in anger because this girl had passed her. And maybe they briefly knocked against each other as she passed. And that sounds like it's in line with saying, "Get off, hey, oh." Tucker attempted to cut into lane 1 in front of Everett, who seemingly tried to block the move as the two runners rubbed elbows coming out of the turn. When we got on the curve, she kept bumping me in my arm, and when we got off the curve, I finally passed her, and that was when she hit me with the baton. So Tucker is saying it was Everett. He was knocking her with her elbow and trying to stop her from getting in place. And despite you trying to block her from getting in position and to go on to win second place, she was able to overcome that and still get ahead of this girl. And she lashed out. That's what it looks like to me. People can believe what they want. Maybe another angle might emerge where people get a better sense of what happened. But we have to learn to accept disappointment when it comes to sports. We have to learn to do that without lashing out, without showing bad sportsmanship, and especially without being violent. Doesn't bear thinking how this could have ended up. Thankfully, Kaylin is okay. So Everett is saying that she did try to reach out to Tucker, but was blocked on social media. So what do you think? Do you believe what your eyes are showing you when you watch that video? Or do you think that maybe the camera angle means that we've got it all wrong? And perhaps this young lady, Everett, is being unfairly treated, is being falsely accused. Lessons need to be learned, and this must never happen again. And I'm glad Kaylin is okay from what we've heard so far. Hopefully she doesn't have a skull fracture. Concussion is serious as well, obviously. I hope there's no lasting issues and she'll be running again very soon. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and God willing, I will see you in the next video.